Good morning, everyone. I have a few things to talk to you about. I'll just wait till anybody comes in or not, and then we'll get cracking. Be kind of short and sweet today because a friend of mine is picking me up at 9:30. We're going out for a bit. I'm going to talk to you about dog bandanas. Sorry for the weird glare. The sun's odd today. Right behind my laptop is the open window to the deck. And it's a beautiful day today. By this afternoon, we might have the AC going. We'll see. Depends how much breeze there is. So, housekeeping stuff too. I'm going to start out with that buy me a coffee thing and try that out. I signed myself up. I'll put the link for that in the description box later on after the live is done because I don't have time right away after that. It'll be later on. So if you can help me out, great. If you can't, no worries. It just gives my channel a little bit more so I can, get more fabric and whatever. So it's all good. I don't feel imposed upon at all. I'm throwing it out there is all. Now, I made this for Ferris last year. This is pretty big. Good morning, Joe. I cut a 23-inch square, double-sided. Do a double knot the long way around the dog's neck. Okay. I made Maximus as our old dog as big as this, if not bigger, because he had a big fat neck, but depends on the size of your dog, what size you make it. I'm going to make another one the same size, but I've got other ones I made before. They're a little smaller. I've got 2 Valentine ones, so I don't have to make another one, and I'll make these do. These are more like 18 inches square. And this one, yeah, the sun's right at the wrong angle. It needs to come up just a little higher and then we'll be good. This Easter one is not too bad. It's a bit on the small side, but again, I only have one. St. Patrick's Day, that's a little bigger. I think I made this one on camera. There was at least one I made and filmed it. It's in that quilting, sewing, and cross-stitch playlist I have. I think it's the St. Patrick's one. Got this Halloween one. There were several of Max's that when he passed, I threw them out because they're all ratty. This Christmas one, this is Ferris's. It's holly with little red bows. Isn't that cute? And this is Ferris's Canada Day one. So I got to make another one coming up. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you guys. And Joe, I didn't answer you because you asked me and I didn't reply back because I was going to tell you guys today. There is a group on Vancouver Island and they rehome and foster Bernese Mountain Dogs. We signed up a while ago. Like, you don't just get to do any old thing. We had to have references and stuff. Hi, Queen Bee. Thanks for coming in. So as of Sunday, Ferris is getting a brother. There was some people that were living in Vancouver and had Henry. He's about the same age as Ferris, 3-ish. He comes pre-trained. He does leash, the whole 9 yards. He's good to go. But they had to unexpectedly move to Alberta and couldn't take him. So they gave him to the foster people. And then the foster people tried to find a home for him. So we had to get referred by one of the vets where Kira works, basically one of her bosses, because we've known her for ages and she knows. She's the one that came to our house when we were away and put Max down. She knows we're good burner owners, and friends of ours that have a female burner. Her name is Nala. I think she's about 8. They were one of our references. Thank you, Queen Bee. Appreciate that sharing. So I will film that on Sunday. My son and my husband and my daughter are leaving early because they have to drive into like the coast, like south of Vancouver to Tsawwassen. That's where the ferry terminal is. And they have to go on the ferry across to Vancouver Island. And they have to go to the town of Sydney, which is just a short ways from the ferry terminal. That's where they're meeting these people with Henry and whatever his stuff that he has with him. And then they'll load him back in the truck and come back on the ferry. So that's going to be like an all-day thing. They might be back by 6 o'clock. So soup is going in the crock pot in the morning. Our daughter's coming over about 6:45, and then she's going to drive with her dad, and off they go. Queen Bee says she's dog sitting a 2-year-old pit bull for a full week. Oh, that'll be fun. 2's fun. It's like toddlers, right? Ferris will be 4 in September. So I'm not sure exactly how old Henry is. Like, we don't know. We know some things about him, but not that much about him. So when my daughter and my husband pick him up on Sunday, then they will find out a bit more from the people that have been fostering him. They have a website. I will try to find that, and I'll put that in the description box if I can. If not, it's called Burner Bin, BIN, something like that. I'll find it and put it up just so you guys can see it. So let me switch over to the other camera, and that's why I'm going to make that lemon bandana. Queen Bee says she's a bit tad stubborn, but I'm told her more stubborn than you, young lady. And Joe says we have a 1-month-old kitten. Yes, I saw your kitten. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, there we go. So that lemon fabric is cut 23 inches across too. And you can see past it on the other camera out the window. There's kind of a lot of glare on the picnic table right now, so I might drop the camera down. Just a second. Let's see here. There, that's a little better. Sorry, I didn't mean to jiggle. I just didn't want you guys to have glare. Okay, so fold it over in a big triangle, like so. Grab my pen. Mark yourself a spot where you're not going to sew. About like that, ish. About my hand, thereabouts. Can you see that? I'm trying to see in the camera. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Right about there. I don't know. What's that? 5 inches? 6 inches? I'll put some pins in it so it doesn't jiggle around. The neighbor's dog's barking. Sounds like a leaky tap. A pink one. You can see better. Okay. There we go. So, sew a little bit there. Stop. Sew all the way around the rest of the way. Make sense? Not that hard. Okay, let's switch back the other camera. There. Okay. Vintage style by Joe. No sleep for the last week. She's very needy. Yes. Yeah, just like having a baby, right? Okay, which one is so? That way. We'll start that way. Okay. So one of the reasons why I wanted to make this bandana ready to go for Sunday is because from the pictures we can see, Henry is kind of like Ferris, where he's built along leaner lines. He's not one of those really big, beefy Bernese Mountain Dogs. So because I'm getting older, I might not be able to tell my own dogs like which one's which right immediately, depending how much Henry looks like Ferris. It was easy to tell with Maximus because Ferris was a puppy and Max was big. He was a big, broad, big shoulders, big, fat, wide head like a bear, big, right? Easy to tell which dog was which. Maybe not so much. I know I'll be like one of those moms. Ferris, Henry, no, right? No. No, you need to make pet beds. I'm not making them that big, Joe. You know, we have downstairs in the TV room, you know, those great big round beds from Costco? We have 3 of them stacked upon each other. We call it Ferris's Princess and the Pea Bed. Both dogs could probably fit on it, actually. The top one is the oldest one because we had that for Max way back when we got him. So it's the one that goes off camping because if anything happens to it, no big deal. So no, I'm not making pet beds. All the people in the Bernie's Mountain Dog local group, because we're in the local group, they go down to the dog park every now and again. But they do things like we meet at weird times, like 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. Like, no. Like, if they go at a decent time, we'll go. But everyone's clamoring to meet Henry now, so I guess we'll have to go at some point. Hang on, let me get a little thing here. Get going on. I'm just going to sew this real quick. Oof. Oops, speed that up a little bit. There we go. I want to... Maximus and my wolf are guardian dog angels now. Oh, that's that Queen Bee. Yep. I think I remember you saying that after we had to put Max down. Yeah. Poor old guy. Okay. I even loaded up yellow thread in my sewing machine to make it look somewhat decent. Okay. Oh, come on. I want to start properly. Now, there we go. Come on. Okay. Backspace. I'm sewing that little short bit before my opening spot right now. Whoops, you get in there. Straighten this back out. Pin out of the way. And backspace there. Okay. Oops, let's move the coffee before I knock that over. Yeah, really weird glare today. Ugh. Sorry, everybody. That's what happens. We have summer. It was pretty nice yesterday, but it was a good breeze because we had rain for like 5 or 6 days before that. So now that we have some days of sun, everyone's garden's going to go. Jessie's the kitten, right, Joe? She says she got her pets are Max, Blaze, and Jessie. And Queen Bee says, tell them I said hello and a hug for each one. Absolutely. Gotta hug the pets. After I'm done this, I want to show you guys something else too. Okay, turn around. On this side. Oh, my scissors are over there, the fingers. That's okay. My pins out before they go astray. There we go. flat. I probably could have pressed over the fold, but it's not really that dire. Just push it down with my finger. There we go. Good. Look at that, dog hair already. Okay, so turn the threads off. Voila. Openings right there. Good to go. So let's grab the scissors. Just plug in the iron. Okay. I'm just going to shut the other camera off so I don't waste my phone battery. Close all off. There we go. Don't need that anymore. Oh, hi, Nancy. And Bitsy B, thanks for coming in. So just to keep yourself from having loads of bulk, trim the corner off. Then it's easier to turn the other way around without having masses of stuff in your way. And I trim off the corners where the fold is too, just a smidgen, because that's a little bit pointy there. And a little bit pointy there. Okay, so later on when I have time, I will turn it out and I will get my chopstick and I will poke it all around and then I'll press it. And then once I'm done pressing it, I go around and do a top stitch, about 1/8 of an inch all the way around, just to make sure it holds and it doesn't all wobble around whenever, because otherwise it's a little loosey-goosey. So top stitching is helpful. Okay, hold on, I'm putting pins back. I'll come back to the chat in a sec. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, hi, June Hansen. Thanks for coming in. Oh, Bitsy's in the UK, nearly 4 p.m. Well, thanks for joining us. It is 8:47 a.m. for me. I live east of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Now, what I've been working on this week, I'm going to show you guys. Early in the week, I had the fabric sneak peek with that sushi fabric. Well, this is what I've been making. Little small hourglass blocks. What I'm making right now, Bitsy, is a dog bandana. Here, I'll show you one I already did. That's a 23-inch square folded in half. It's good for big dogs because you take the long ends and do a double knot around the dog's neck. That's how I do all my bandanas. I think I have a proper tutorial somewhere in my playlist when I made the St. Patrick's Day bandana. Anyway, back to this. That's squared to 2 inches. Now, because the sushi print it's a big print, my little hourglass blocks are all kind of wild and crazy. So you don't necessarily go instantly, boom, that's an hourglass. I'm just showing you this one because there is an obvious enough definition between the two fabrics. So the background is all the chopsticks. The color is the sushi fabric, but like that's part of a pot, right? So the colors are going to be all kind of wild and crazy. And there's a whole bunch of these and they make a border for one block. And eventually you will see it because it's part of that collab thing that I'm doing. Oh, there goes my eye again. In the morning, I shouldn't even have live in the morning because my eye's always bad. Allergies and whatnot. Sorry, everybody. Oh, thank you, Math Geek. Thanks for joining me, by the way. Oh, sorry, everybody. And Nancy says those are one of the first blocks I made after making masks. I'm kind of thrilled with how they're turning out, actually, because my sewing is not exactly as accurate as it could be, but my little hourglass blocks look pretty good. There's a few that are not perfect, but one, you're not going to notice with a whole pile of them in the border, and two, most of them look pretty good. Bitsy B says she likes crazy how I work. Yep. I mean, I could have been more careful to make sure that, yes, they're obviously hourglass blocks. And see, that's the thing is, too, that with this collaboration that I'm doing, this is block 2. So block 1, I kind of was working on before. I showed you the fabric. It was mostly a jelly roll, like flowers and stuff on it, and some yardage. I'm doing all 3 blocks because we're making 3 blocks each. Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapboard is making a bigger quilt. She's making 4 blocks. So she's making 4 block 1s, 4 block 2s, etc. I'm only making 3. I think the other 2 quilters are only making 3 as well. Anyway, so my block 1 are all out of that fabric. Some from the jelly roll, some from white background, some from yardage. You'll see them all eventually. My block 2s are not going to be all the same. One of them is going to be fabric that's coffee related. And one of them is going to be a whole bunch of that Valentine fabric that I showed you with the where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Oh wait. Valentine fabric. I have a couple other ones. I have light pink and stuff. So the other one will be that. So I'll be making hourglass blocks out of this, and I'll be making hourglass blocks out of the other stuff. You'll see it all eventually. I know it's kind of like mishmash right now. We're all having a Zoom in a couple of weeks. 8:51. Sorry, I'm just checking the time. Hi, Danelle. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, since I don't have too much to do and I'm going out with my friend at 9:30, this one's going to be a little quicker than usual. But I just wanted to tell you about the dog and whatever. Dang it. I'm going to sneeze. In other news, my father-in-law turned 91 yesterday, the 6th. So we're having a family thing at his place tomorrow. Various people are bringing various things, and my husband went with him and bought all the meat, and my husband and my brother-in-law are going to grill it all up. It'll all be fine. Dad doesn't have to do anything anymore. He can't really, he can get around okay, and he can, kind of cook for himself a little bit, but anything too elaborate is beyond him. So we'll just all do it. Sit there, Dad, visit, chat, we're on it, not a worry. So that's happening tomorrow. And then the week following, the 15th, my son and his girlfriend are moving out. My husband and her dad are going to be the movers to get them off. They have a basement suite, the eastern part of town. Kind of boondocks area, but there's a little subdivision there, and they got a basement suite somewhere. And my daughter and I and my mom and my sister are going to a wedding shower for my daughter's friend, our friend's daughter that's getting married in September. My daughter's the maid of honor. Yeah. So we're doing that on the 15th. The 16th, we'll do something for Father's Day. I don't know what. See what the weather is. We have enough room on the back deck in the backyard and stuff that if it's decent out, we can, kind of spread out there. Oh, hey, Mona and Lynn. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Oh, thank you, Donnell. Yeah, he's still hanging in there. I always have to go to the doctor for this and the other thing, and my husband takes him sometimes, and my brother-in-law takes him sometimes, but so far, so good. Not bad for an old guy that's 91. So I'll do another live in 2 weeks on the 21st. And I was going to maybe be going into Vancouver on the 22nd to tour Holland America Ship the Connings Dam, because local travel agents can do that. Like when they come into port early in the morning and they disembark all the guests, we can get on board like sort of 9:30, 10-ish, and we can do a tour when not that many guests are on yet, and they'll give us lunch and whatever, and then we have to leave by like 2:00 or whatever before the ship sails. Fair enough. This was supposed to be with a whole bunch of different travel agents from all over the place, and I've done those before. In 2019, when I first started, I thought I better learn as much as I could, so I did a bunch, and I met lots of nice people. It was cool. But I got an email yesterday from our Holland America West Coast rep girl, Fiona. Very nice, extremely helpful. And she emailed me, and it was like a mass email to everybody who'd registered, and said, hey, if you want to delay your ship tour till the 14th of September, because that is the one that is only for Expedia Cruises agents, which that's me, because Holland America has a big sale in October with Expedia Cruises only. So that's why. So some of my colleagues might go, but a lot of them have already sailed on the con exam. They don't need to tour her necessarily, but I want to see what she looks like. For one thing, I just had clients sail on her last May and loved it. So, okay, cool. I want to see what the ship looks like. So that'll be that. So I could have had some ship footage for you, but that's going to have to get delayed till September. So it is what it is. All right, I'm going to back up chat a little bit here. Oh, did Shelby send you something? Oh, are you talking about the sewing machine you won? Oh, hi, Denise. Thanks for coming in. Yes, everybody. Nancy won a sewing machine from Sew Beat Quilts, a Juki. Bitsy, you should. It's not that hard. I'm not that formal and fancy about it. I just kind of throw StreamYard on and chat at you. For a long time, it was only me and my laptop with this. This is not a bad camera. I mean, sometimes the light's a bit odd, but the camera's decent enough. And then my phone, that's just an app. I had to get the app, the website on the laptop and the app on the phone, and then they talk to one another, and then I could use that, my camera as a phone, my phone as a camera. So that worked out okay. What I do need to do, though, probably is get a remote mic. That'll be my next thing. That'll be helpful. And then probably that'll be it, because I don't need a lot of elaborate stuff. I just talk to you guys like you're sitting with me. OBS. Sorry, Bitsy. I'm not techie. Is that one of those little box things where you control your cameras and your mics and all that? Nancy's very excited about her Juki. That's awesome. And very nice of Fallon and Matt to give us Juki away. I mean, goodness. Well done. Sorry, Bitsy, you lost me. I know I've heard people talk about OBS before. What is it? I don't know it. I have to do the dumb version of live. Some people do Zoom and then go live. Some people use KineMaster. Some people use, yeah, there's different things. Program to stream tech. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. I signed up to StreamYard. That's how I do it. I find it simple enough. I like it. It's not that expensive. I can use it. I can invite guests if I feel like, if they want to join me. I just have to send them the link. It's fine. Oh, that's okay, Bitsy. She says sorry to confuse you. I'm easily confused. Doesn't take much. Yeah, see, Mona says StreamYard is easy and works well. There's another one similar to it, right, Mona? The name's not coming to me right now. Starts with R, I think. There's a bunch of them anyway. Oh, hi, Jean. Is your live all finished? Oh, yes, 9 o'clock. I guess you finished up. Thanks for coming in. I hung in till about 20 after 8 on yours and then had to leave. I'll watch your replay later, though. I'll get the iPad charged up and I'll bring it in here and sew up those dang little hourglass blocks. I have to make... Here. I'll get back to them. From the little hourglass blocks, I have to make 4 patches. So they all need to be sewn together into a 4 patch. So, like this way. And then the other 2 the opposite way. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what I have to do later, is sew them all together. Hi, Laura. Laura Supp has joined us. Hey, everyone. Just saw you on. Yeah, no worries. I've been on for about half an hour. I know I can flick with Jean. We all can't do everything. It is what it is. That's what replay's for. But I appreciate those of you that have joined me right now. I can chat for another 10, 15, then I gotta shut down because my friend's picking me up in half an hour. I gotta put my shoes on and everything. Here, let's unplug the sewing machine because. Okay, so after I get back from going out with my friend, I will finish up the bandana. Oh, Jean, since you were here, and Laura, you were here. Not that you can see it because it's inside out, but that's lemons. See? So I haven't turned it out yet. I got to turn it out and poke it, and then I'm going to go around and on 1/8 and do a top stitch just to hold it all together. So that's my afternoon project and putting the hourglass blocks together. Oh, Laura says she's not getting notifications. That's happening a lot. Some people say that. I don't know. YouTube is messing up probably. It's a glitch, I'm sure. It happens. Oh, Laura Lynn, Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Thanks. Cheers. I'm at the tail end of coffee number 2, and then I'm going to have another one with my friend when we go out. Jean says the hourglass blocks are going to look awesome. I think so, Jean. They're a little wild, though. I'll show you one that's made up. I haven't sewn it together yet. It's just because the sushi fabric is a big print. So, like, sometimes it shows up better than others. See, this one's got, like, what is it? That's, like, a bit of wasabi or something on it. And then this one's pretty obvious because it's dark. These ones, not so much. So my little hourglass block is going to be a little bit wild and crazy because it just depends on what part of the big print got cut up. But I knew that going in. I knew it was going to turn out wild. And I'm okay with it because it's my quilt. And this collab that we're doing, the 4 of us, is we're trying to just not buy stuff, like use your whatever you got. So I used it. I have enough of that sushi fabric left. I probably can make a bag out of it. Jean says that's what makes them interesting and a bit of a pop. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Laura Lynn. She just looks amazing. Math Geek says coffee will be next on my agenda. Yeah. Laura says I have the bell on, but not sure what's happening. Yeah, sorry, Laura. I don't know. There's so many people have said that lately. Maybe YouTube's tweaking stuff. It's weird. Whatever. It is what it is. We just go with it. Laura loves tiny little blocks. Well, I don't particularly, Laura. But so far, so good. This is how we're doing this for this collab. That was not designed by me. For block number 2, my part of it was the center, which I'm not showing you. So that goes around that, and then another border goes around that. All will be clear as we get going on this, but now you kind of know. Donnell is making Mediterranean salad while listening. Ooh, is that one of those ones you make it together and marinate it all day? Like olives and stuff? What are you talking about? And Gina says, saying hi to Donnell and Laura Lynn and anyone else she missed. Nancy says she had to unsubscribe, then resubscribe. Oh, and then you get notifications? Is that what worked? Turn the bell off. This is June. Turn the bell off and then resubscribe. That should help. Oh, okay. Thank you, June. And thank you, Nancy. Hopefully that'll work. Fingers crossed. That you guys can do that. I don't really think I have anything else to tell you guys. That was the main thing. Oh, and yeah, so for those that came in a bit later, I will put my Buy Me a Coffee link later on in the description box. I basically have to shut this down, put on my shoes, and go with my friend. So I'll do housekeeping-y things later. I will put that in the description box, and I will try to find the Bernie's adoption foster website thing that we're getting Henry from. That should go in the description box too. Sorry, itchy nose. Donnell says she cut up cucumber, cherry tomato, avocado, and black olives in that oil and vinegar dressing. Sounds yummy. Laura says Mediterranean salad sounds yummy. It's been really hot in Arizona, so I love salads this time of year. Yeah, we're going to do salad and steak tonight, my husband and I. It's getting warm. I didn't actually look and see what the temperature was before I came in here, but there's not much breeze right now. Yesterday we had a good brisk breeze. Windows were open. It was fine. It didn't get hot in the house. But I think today's high is supposed to be 28 Celsius. That's high 80s, I think. I'm not sure. Sorry. But if there's no breeze, then chances are the house will get too hot and we can throw the AC on for a few hours in the afternoon. As long as it's not too warm, it's just hot part of the day, and then later on in the evening we can shut it down, because quite often we get an evening breeze, 7-ish, 7:30. So then it's okay, and we can open the house back up again. Joe says yum. June says yum. Yeah, that sounds really good. Laura says it's so frustrating when I don't get notifications because I love it when I can catch live streams. Yeah, technology is great, except when it's not. Nancy says she's hungry. Laura says there's supposed to be 110. Yeah, that's 30 some odd Celsius. Often in the summer, we get like 35. I think that's approaching 100. And then the AC goes on like pretty much right away in the morning, or it's just on all the time. We just keep the house shut. Depending, of course, what happens if there's like smoke from fires, or if we get, it just depends. So far, so good. It's a nice day, nice summer day. I have shorts on, I have a t-shirt on. I can go out with my friend, take Ferris for a walk later on. Jean says we're supposed to have 30 mile per hour winds most of the day. Guess you can call that a breeze, I guess. Donnell says, sorry, Nancy, because Nancy's hungry. Yeah, you're right, Laura Lynn. YouTube is very weird at times. June said high winds yesterday. It was terrible. Oh, no. Did you guys have like a tornado or something, June, or it was just super windy? Oh, Jean says they had a tornado not far from us the other night. Oh, shoot. Yikes. That's not good. That's not good. I want to know all my friends are okay. So I got another few minutes, then I got to shut down. So next week, I still haven't gone and got the background fabric for that Christmas tree collab that we're quilt along, whatever you want to call it, that we're doing. Stuff keeps coming up. I was hoping to get my here we go video done next week, but it might have to wait. I don't have time. I'm too busy. I'm working, which is good because people want to do stuff. And I have a couple of courtesy holds on quilts, or quilts on cruises. My uncle For one, I got to call him today, get his deposit payment done. My aunt and uncle are joining my mom and dad on the cruise next May. Mom and dad went to visit them and talked them into coming along, so now they booked too. And right around this time is when I have to get the final payments done for other clients because they're cruising in September. And then the 90 days ahead of time is when you have to pay your final payment. So over the next week and a bit, that's what I have to kind of concentrate on. So sewing time is kind of limited. But after Father's Day, I should have more time. So, hey, Kathy. Oh, thanks for coming in, Lorlyn. I know you're super busy, so I do appreciate you joining me. Yeah, sorry, Kathy. I'm kind of in and out, back out again because I got to keep this one short today. I'm going out. But I appreciate you popping by anyway. Kathy, my neighbor across the border. Oh, Lorlyn says happy to catch you. Well, I appreciate it. So now you guys know what's going on. Yeah, a little busy. Today's quiet enough that I can do a bit more sewing this afternoon. But busy tomorrow. Somewhat busy on Sunday because I want to clean out the fridge and we have to get the soup going in the crock pot. So I'm going to get my son and his girlfriend to help before my husband and my daughter come back with Henry. Oh, thank you, Mona. I appreciate any thumbs ups, any likes. And yeah, we're other than just pooching around the house and me working and hubby working and the kids doing some packing ready to get out of here. They'll probably have to come back at a bunch of times and whatever. They're not only moving to like the outside of town, not like it's far, far away. They can come and go and pick stuff up as they need it, whatever. But we also wanted to be like semi low key just to make sure that Henry fits in with the household doings appropriately. Mona says, good luck with Henry. That's my dog's name. He comes named like that. He's 3-ish. Yeah, we'll find out the full particulars after he gets picked up because the foster people are meeting my husband and my daughter and they will hand him over and discuss matters. And we don't even know if he can swim. Bernese Mountain Dogs are not natural swimmers. You have to teach them. They do get it, but you have to teach them. We taught Max. Kira taught Ferris. She actually had a little life jacket for him. Put it on him. Stood like this high in the lake. Throw the stick. Just so he doesn't go too far out. And yeah, so we don't know. Maybe Henry already knows how to swim. Maybe we need to teach him. That's fine. You just can't automatically assume because they're not water dogs. That's not in the DNA. Not like Newfies and Labs and all that are. Berners are snow dogs. Mona says you would always put life jackets on. Yeah, because you never know, right? I mean, Ferris can swim now just fine. But he's also not like super keen on it. Like my friend's got a chocolate lab and you cannot keep her out of the water. But Ferris will go and like, he has this little floaty chucky thing. And you do it like 10, 12 times and he swims out and gets it. Then he's good. That's it, done. Go back and lay down somewhere. That's all we wanted him to do was just, get refreshed if it's hot and have a little swim. And that's what Henry needs to do too. Maybe he already knows. We don't know. We'll figure that out. But now's the time to do it. When it's getting warm, we can go down to the lake and... Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Okay. All right. That's my ringtone. I'll get it in a minute, but it's 1:15 now and I better go anyway. So bye, everybody. Thanks for coming in. See you all around. Take care. Have an excellent weekend. Mwah.